Sometime I just feel as if I need a little bit more time. But then if I had a little bit more time, I think I probably just need a little bit more time. So when is enough time? When is time enough? That's the question. And there's other questions. So we're going to get into it right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with a Combat Radio, as you can see on your screens. And if you haven't been here before, well, you are in for a treat. Theoretically and hopefully. and if you and if you didn't know who that was, the introduction was courtesy of Andreas the Ponce Ruiz. So no, Rafi, what does he say? Salute, Rafi. You sound a little bit high. You've been absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not. The Raphael likes to keep his system clean and pure of anything negative. Anything negative is a no. That was just Andy Ruiz bringing us in. OMG. OMG. Well, Andy Ruiz was quite right. Sometimes when I'm just about to go live, I think to myself, but what if I just had a little bit more time to do this and a little bit more time to do that? The Rafi always feels as if just a little bit more time would be optimal. But sometimes you just got to press the button and go. Press the button and go. So we got a full itinerary. We got a full itinerary over here. It's a Friday night over here in the UK. It's approximately 10:38 p.m. A little bit later than originally advertised. EJ Boxing is a glutton for punishment. He's back. OMG. This guy must have skin as thicker than a rhino's hide. Thicker than a rhino's hide. He must have some thick skin. Good to see you, EJ. Hope all is well. Stick around. We're going to be having some more fun over here. If you thought last week was good, then, well, I was going to say this week will be just as good, but that's highly improbable. Because last week, I reckon that was I reckon last week was the show of the year. You find me another live show that was better than last week, Friday. You find me another live show that was better than last week's Friday. I defy you. The only one I can think of off the top of my head was another one, but it's kind of controversial, so I'm not going to mention it, but it's in my back catalog. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now. Maybe I'll talk about it later on in the show, in the middle of the show, if you remind me. But to allow people to gently populate the area in an orderly fashion, I think it's appropriate. Still lineal boxing chat champion. My lineage goes back to Harry Carpenter. Not a lot of people know that. Yes. We got another Brummy up in the building. And then we got Frank the French. Yes. Okay, so without much further ado, I think I'm going to bring in
boxing chat champion.
My
lineage goes back to Harry Carpenter.
Okay, so unintentional sound check. Microphone wrecker. Sound is nice and crystal clear. But right about this time, to allow people to populate the area, we're going to start off with a rather topical piece and a rather topical warm-in video. So allow me to set that up. Let's get this nice and correct. Okay, so boom, where are we? What's the sound like?
Ty Jones, the guy who,
okay,
I know you're saying, well,
when does this thing start?
That's the situation with Ty Jones.
Okay, so that's lined up nicely. A couple of attempts. Let's stop. We stop the music, or do we share this first? Let's get this up where it's supposed to be. Let's line this baby up. Boom, boom. Boom. Okay, how's it looking now? Yes, yes, yes. Let's fill the screen with that. Shizbiz up in the building. Yasser, EJ, James Jameson. Who else? Yes, yes, yes. And those are the early entrants. But anyway, let's drop this down and let us commence. Let's kill the music and commence with the warm-in video.
And today, we're looking at the situation with Ty Jones. I know you're saying, well, who's Ty Jones? Well, Ty Jones, the guy who is a Bomb Squad member, Team Wilder member. Okay, so Ty Jones was in an interview early this week. We had some very interesting things to say. I guess there's different parts to this. This is one element of what Ty Jones had to say. And we'll be looking at other elements at different times. But for now, we're looking at something, an element which some people say, well, show me the receipts, Rafi. Where did he say that? When did he say that? I want receipts. Okay. Well, ask and it shall be given.
What's your take on them rumors? Can you confirm they either true or false? And when the last time you seen Deontay Wilder?
It's a whole bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. We know that definitely came from Lance Pugmire. Lance Pugmire got to see me, and when I see him, it won't be too nice. So, and I said it on the record. It's on the wax. It's on track. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it live, and I'm saying it to the whole world. When Lance Pugmire, you got to see me. That's if ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Period. To even come out your mouth to say something like that. He was the guy who wrote about the suit when Deontay ain't even talked to him. And if he did, prove the wax, prove the track. Let me see it. Let me hear it. You can't do that. You know what I mean? But definitely Deontay doing fine. I'm actually in the house with Deontay right now. So it's like we having fun, we making music, we having our own concert, we doing what we do. You know what I mean? This is every day. This is an everyday thing. And like we know
boom, boom, boom. Is it the house with Deontay right now? Bomb Squad Nation, part of the Bomb Squad Army. And they're having fun, making music, they're having concerts. They don't even need to leave the house. They got the water there, they got the shooting range there, they got all the amenities you need to have. Okay, but that's for another video. But for now, we focused on the allegation, the perception that Lance Pugmire was the one to release the information first. And as you see before you, that is not the case. Ty Jones says when he sees Lance Pugmire, it's on. You're going to have to come see Mike. But actually, my dear fellow, It's actually Kevin Iole that you need to speak to. Okay, so in this article written or published on the 24th of February 2020, Kevin Iole reports that Deontay Wilder says 40-pound costume left his legs dead. What happens if he comes in a lighter version of the same damn thing if they can make the batteries lighter? Remember, Deontay Wilder said the suit was fine. When he tried it on without the batteries, it was fine. You've all heard the story by now, so I don't really got to get into the story. I don't have to read the story because you all know it by now. But nonetheless, let's get to the pertinent points. I don't see nothing about a dent in his cheek. He didn't hurt me at all. But the simple fact is that my uniform was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight. In the third round, my legs were just shot all the way through. Shot all the way through. Dang. But I'm a warrior. And people know that I'm a warrior. It could easily be told that I didn't have legs or anything. A lot of people were telling me it looked like something was wrong with you. Something was. When you're in the ring, you have to bluff a lot of things. I repeat, when you're in the ring, you have to bluff a lot of things. I tried my best to do so. I knew I didn't have the legs because of my uniform. Dang. I was only able to put it on for the first time the night before, but I didn't think it was going to be that heavy. It weighed 40-some pounds with a helmet and all the batteries. Remember the batteries, folks, that was key, because when he did the fitting, the batteries were not included. I wanted my tribute to be great for Black History Month. I wanted it to be good. And I guess I put that before anything. I said, as a warrior, as a champion, as a leader, as a ruler, I want to go out on my shield. If I'm talking about going in and killing a man, I respect the same way. I abide by the principle of receiving. Deontay Wilder abides by the principle of receiving. I was once told that it is better to give than to receive. OMG. Okay. So I told my team to never ever, no matter what it may look like, to never throw the towel in with me because I'm a special kind. I still had 5 rounds left. No matter what it is, what it looked like, I was still in the fight. I understand he was looking out for me and trying to do what he felt was right. But this is my life and my career, and he has to accept my wishes. Words from Deontay Wilder. Okay, so I've chopped it up thoroughly from top to bottom, and it is better to give than to receive. And the misplaced anger at Lance Pogmire, when in fact it was actually Kevin Iole who broke the news. So I don't know if Ty Jones wants to see Kevin Iole. I advise against it. I heard that he's a black belt in FYU. I had to out of my head for a second. So anyway, it's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Combat Radio. It's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares. And it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And it's the Ty Jones threatening that is going to put it on Lance Pogmire. on site?
It's a whole bunch of bullshit if you ask me. We know that definitely came from Lance Pug Marty. Lance Pug Marty got to see me, and when I see him, it won't be too nice. So, and I said it on record. It's on wax. It's on track. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it live, and I'm saying it to the whole world. When Lance Pug Marty, you got to see me. That's if ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Period. To even come out your mouth and say something like that. He was the guy who wrote about the suit when Beyonce ain't even talked to him. And if he did, prove the wax, prove the track. Let me see it. Let me hear it. You can't do that. You know what I mean? But definitely Deontay doing fine. I'm actually in the house with Deontay right now. So it's like we having fun, we making music, we having our own concert, we doing good. You know what I mean? This is every day.
This is every day. This is how we do. Okay. It's kind of dark in here. It's kind of dark up in here. It's too dark. It's too dark. Let's get the music going.
Team, show me.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, I'm situated. Let's have a look in the comment section, see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Okay, where we at? Frank the French. She's biz. Wilder will be in Speedos next time. Damn. Worst excuse ever. Got alive, bro. Big simping. Who's big simping? Big simping sounds kind of like a name Dixon Vinegars would have. Yeah, that big simping. Yeah. Dixon Ciders, Dixon Vinegars, big simping. Yeah, I can see that working. Oh, yeah. OMG. Didn't have to wear it. It's not a uniform. Didn't have to wear it. Okay, so let's get into it. Where are we? So that was Tay Jones, Deontay Wilder, team member, talking about the suit, talking about who told Lance Pogmeyer, who told Lance Pogmeyer he wants to see it on wax. He wants to see it in print, where I just showed you in print. Matter of fact, let's just bring up the pertinent part of the video where I show you in print. Let's bring that up. Where is it? Boom. Can you see that? Yeah, that's in print. And the name under it is the much respected Kevin Iole. So there's no question. Kevin Iole works for Yahoo, respected sports journalist. So there's no question that Kevin Iole heard what he heard and said what he said as a result of what he heard. So it seems strange that Team Wilder, they're not coming out and saying we never said it. They're coming out and saying that how dare you? Prove it. How dare you? It's strange. It's strange that they're not exactly denying it. They're just in a gray area. It's a gray area. And they just don't seem to want to accept the fact that what is reported is what was said. So it's very, very strange. I don't know what the argument is. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the argument is. I don't know what the problem is. You got journalists reporting what Deontay Wilder said. So what's the problem exactly? I just can't see it. I just can't see it. Un momento, let me sort something out. Okay. 1 second. Let's see what's going on. OMG. OMG. So yeah, I don't know what the problem is. It's known that the man said what the man said. We know what he said. He's not denying what he said. He's just upset. One of his boys is upset that it was reported. I guess the problem is that what was reported maybe was not meant to be reported. I don't know. It was an excuse. He said it in the ring himself, so I don't see what the problem is. He said it in the ring himself. He said that, did he not say that his legs felt weak in the ring? So what's the problem with somebody reporting what he said outside of the ring? When he said among the press, was he supposed to be off the record? Is that what the issue is? Was it supposed to be off the record? I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the problem is. What exactly is the problem? That's a good point. What's more likely, the costume or lack of legwork? Good question. Good question. Yeah. It's a conundrum. So he's been gagged by the PBC. I don't think the PBC are gagging Wilder. Or is he giving interviews and denying it because I see the same people saying both things? Yeah, it's kind of mad. It's a mad one. It don't make no sense. The man said it. So why are you arguing about people repeating it if you said it? If you said it in public, people are going to repeat it unless we'll just come out and say, I said it, but I didn't want anybody to report it. If that's the case, then go out and go ahead and say that. But stop beating around the bush. You either said it or you didn't say it. You're not saying you didn't say it. You're just upset when people said, repeat what you said. That's crazy to me. Don't make no sense whatsoever. Okay. Wilder is full of nonsense. It's all an act. It's crazy. It's a crazy act. I don't know what the point is. I don't know what the objective is. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. Well, let's stay on that, though. Hold on. Let me put the link in the chat in case somebody wants to jump in. Oh, no, not including you, Dixon Vinegars. You're not allowed. You're not allowed, Dixon Vinegars. The moral of the story is don't skip leg day. Yeah, and don't skip skipping either. Don't skip skipping either. Don't skip footwork day either. Yeah. Not just leg day. What about foot day? Yeah, get your footwork in. Listen to a Wilder interview's painful riddles of nonsense and lies. OMG. Oh, we got a different okay. We got somebody right up in here. How are you doing? How are you today?
All day long, bro. What are you up to, man? What are you up to?
Just doing a little live show, keeping the people entertained in this post-COVID type of era.
These post-COVID people, you got to keep them warm. Keep them warm. What are you up to, man? What are you up to?
I'm just doing a little live, just doing a little live.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, just doing a little live.
Let me just put my hat on straight.
Get your hat. Yeah, get your hat straight, man. Get the hat straight.
What do you want to do? What do you guys want to discuss, man? In terms of boxing?
Yeah, well,
I'm your man.
Hey, well, introduce yourself to the people.
We're talking Phil.
Yeah.
I'm 49 years old.
Okay.
I got divorced last year. My kids are half caste, half
Okay.
Indian, half white.
Yeah. Marvelous. Okay.
I'm
Well,
I'm just a bit of an asshole, really.
yeah.
I'm one of
Yeah.
these guys passing through a
Mm,
great knowledge of boxing. I had amateur experience.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
16 fights. I used to, you know, Joe Egan's gym
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Birmingham.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to box there, and Mike Tyson. I know all these people, and I've been in the pub and I've drank with them all.
Hey.
I look great for 50 years old. I got to tell you,
Incredible.
yeah. I look
Incredible.
good.
Let's get you up. Let's get you up a bit more. That close up.
Yeah,
The close up.
let's get me on there, bro. Let's
Yeah.
get me on there.
Close up. The close up. Yeah.
If we're gonna have a discussion
let
about
me let me just tell you what we're talking about anyway. So much good to have you. Let me tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about the Deontay Wilder situation. One of his guys, one of the guys.
I know about this.
One of the guys from his team has come out and said, what's his name? Pugmire. Pugmire has got to see me. Because he reported
personally, the Deontay Wilder situation. Have you heard they've put a blocker on him today, so he can't do anything in terms of discussion with the media? I think it's called Deontay Wilder.
Who put the block on him?
I'm not sure. I've been on the boxing chat. It's called Brian Selden or Brian Seaton.
Okay. Yeah.
He can't. The reason why Deontay Wilder hasn't discussed anything for the last is it 6 months? I'm a casual guy.
Hey,
but I tell you what,
just talk from the heart, my friend. So yeah, as you were saying, the reason why
Deontay he's not done anything for the last 6 months because there's a block on him talking in terms of the media.
Wow.
And that's been on there for the last 6 months. This is something that's been going on for a long time. Listen, listen. If you want to talk to boxing and you want to know about a guy who boxed, I'm from Birmingham, like you, bro.
Yeah.
So if you want to, I live in London. I'm back in Birmingham now. I didn't make it down there, but listen.
Yeah.
So
what were you saying about Deontay Wilder, the block on Deontay Wilder?
I know everything of what's going on with MTK, and I know everything what's going on with Deontay Wilder.
Okay.
So, like, if you want me to tell you about Deontay Wilder, he's got a block. He can't do any media. He can't do any discussion before the rematch. And if people think that Tyson Fury is going to turn up to this rematch and knock him out, oh man, you were very, very mistaken, because this is heavyweight boxing. You do not turn up for a third fight and knock somebody out. I've boxed at an amateur level, and I've had a few fights at professional level. I'm 50 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, if you think Deontay Wilder, it doesn't matter whether he's got metal in his hands, this man is a warrior, bro. He's gonna turn up for that fucking fight, and when they're saying he's shot and he's this and he's that and he's a piece of shit,
keep the language clean, please. PG. Parental ban.
I'm really sorry, but they said that about Frank Bruno, didn't they?
Yeah. He's underrated. So you reckon people are underrating Deontay Wilder?
I do think it is. Yeah, I think it's the personal thing that, you know, I don't think he's got any boxing skills. I think Deontay is useless at boxing.
Right.
I don't think he's got no boxing skills whatsoever. But the third fight is not going to be about boxing skills. It's going to be...
What's it going to be?
It's going to be what's in his heart.
Right.
And I think, particularly with black people, if you take them to a particular level, which Deontay is going to be taken to in this rematch, I think you're going to see a completely different Deontay. You're going to see
the African warrior is going to come out in him. Is that what you're telling me?
What I didn't want to say it online, but yeah, I think what you're going to see in that rematch is going to be a guy that's going to turn up motivated, cultivated and hydrated for that fight. He had his fucking woman in that fight. He had his woman in that room in that fight. It was absolutely ridiculous. Deontay was ridiculous. Did you watch that? He had his missus, he's sleeping on her head and all that shit like that. You did see that?
Yes.
It was though.
Yes.
It was about 10 minutes before the fight. Listen. He needs an impartial viewer like myself.
Yeah.
He's not been on the social media.
No.
Because I know I'm from black community. My kids are black. I know.
Yeah.
He's been keeping quiet for a reason. And the reason he's been keeping quiet, it's no ducking. Watch this rematch.
So do you think that Hart can overcome technical skill?
I personally think that Fury is going to be exactly the same that he was before. I think Deontay's work's cut out for him in that fight. I think it's difficult. It ain't going to be easy. It's virtually impossible. But his only way to win that fight is to listen to people that were telling him. He's listening to Jay Diaz. He's listening to his wife.
Yeah.
You have people like Mark Breland in the corner. Listen, you shouldn't have had Mark Breland. I know Mark Breland saved him.
Yeah.
But you should have had professional people like Mark Tibbs in your corner. You should have been having man like fucking used to train Tyson in the corner. You don't have people. Exactly. You don't have. What's his name? Pressy, whatever his face used to train Mike Tyson.
Rooney Atlas, Teddy Atlas, Rooney.
No, before that, where Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson got rid of him, he was a South African guy. I personally think Deontay Wilder's problem was too loyal to the people that he actually grew up with. He should have been getting people in that would have actually done something for him. But I don't think American boxing's that good. I don't think they have the ability to do that anymore.
What's wrong with American boxing? What's wrong with American boxing? Where did they go wrong? What's going wrong with American boxing? Because everybody's coming up. The UK kings of the heavyweight division. Some of the lightweights and the cruiserweights. You're looking at
there's no good
Europeans.
There's no good people around. You got the Nazim Richardson. And you used to have a Muslim tradition. You used to have a Muslim tradition in America. You don't have the Muslim tradition anymore. Like, I'm a white guy, but I'm a Muslim background. You don't have the Muslim tradition of the Muslims.
Where are the Muslims? Matthew Saad Muhammad's, the Dwight Muhammad Kwai. Where are the Muslims?
You don't have the Muslims anymore in the boxing because Bob Arum, when they brought out Top Rank in the late 70s and 80s, and what's his name? Can't remember his name, but when they sold Top Rank out, it's been a Jewish run. I don't want to go on a. I don't want to.
But carry on.
I'm not gonna. But I'm just saying that we haven't got the characters like Don King. Everybody used to destroy Don King. Now, I was in a conversation with Stacey earlier. Stacey on the BWMT channel. I don't know if you ever watched. Have you watched? Did you watch that?
I've never watched it, but I know them cats. I know the cat. Yeah,
they're beautiful people. And Stacey was a trainer in Don King's camp for years. I was saying things about Tim Witherspoon. I was trying to be nasty about Tim Witherspoon and that, and he gave me a breakdown on Tim Witherspoon. Now I'm 50 years older. I was at the Alan Minter fight with I think it's on this channel before with you.
Marvin
I was on. If you want to know all these idiots, you got these white people, and they're going.
Let's not be too harsh with
them. But if they actually went to that fight and watched that, but I don't think they've got the mental capacity as an intelligent human being to process that. Like me. If
Right.
you went to the if you actually went to the Minter fight and you went to Marvin Hagler fight,
Yeah.
you would know you would know what's going on. I personally think boxing, in my own opinion, I think it's gone for the positive. You got it has gone for the positive. You've got Al Heyman. He's looking after boxers. He's paying them money. You got this Eddie Hearn. He's doing his business. When people are going on the negative about boxing, these people are getting paid money. And at the end of the day, if you're getting punched in the head for a living, you should get paid money for it.
100%. You're losing brain cells. You're losing brain cells on a regular basis. It ain't good. It ain't good at all.
It's personally, it's do or die. Having a fight with somebody is like humanity. You're fighting against your own brain.
Yeah.
A fight with somebody is basically a fight against yourself.
Okay.
Fight
Club.
Nah, it's a bit worse than that. It's sort of you fighting your own existence when you have a fight with somebody. So basically, when people say Don King was a piece of shit, I was in a conversation for about 3 hours earlier with people.
Yeah.
Stacey McKinley on BWMT boxing channel about Don King. Now I look great for my age. I'm a bit like you.
Yeah.
I'm in my 50s, but I look good. I still drink, and I'm taking over your channel. I don't want to. I really regret. You should kick me off if I'm talking too much. But
no, not at all. Not at all. Talk your piece, man. Talk your piece.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to take over your channel. Talk
your piece. No, man. Talk your piece. Talk your piece. Okay. So we're gonna.
I feel a bit guilty. guilty.
No, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. Don't be like that.
No. But do you want me to carry on discussing?
Yeah. Carry on because.
I'll carry on all night.
Hey, we're not gonna go all night, but we're gonna have some good conversation over here. I can tell you. I can see you got some your iced tea. I can see you drinking your iced tea, so that's all.
Nice ladies up there, nice ladies.
Can't see them, so that's good. Can't see them, so that's good.
But I used to train in the Joe Egan gym, which is in Birmingham. Mike Tyson. I used to train with them and fight with them years ago.
Yeah,
and I used to do that. My eyesight's gone now, and I can't see much. But listen, everything goes in time. The whole human body breaks down, and you get beat up. Thanks. It's all about the love of boxing. And do you know who I love in the boxing community?
Who's that?
You'd be Tommy Hands, and I'll show you. Look, wait there, you.
Yeah.
Because you got these from years ago. Show the magazines. We used to have the old magazines.
Yes. You still got them. You got them in the plastic so they don't deteriorate.
They don't deteriorate for shit.
They don't deteriorate, mate. They don't appreciate. They appreciate. Okay.
This is the original. This is when Roy Jones won the world title, super middleweight.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the shizzle. That's the shizzle.
I got them all.
You got them all. Okay. Yeah.
Oliver McCall.
Still looking good, by the way. I saw him on Instagram the other day. Still looking good.
He's a lovely man.
Absolutely. Okay, so
this is the Mike Tyson when he beat his rape case.
Oh, okay. Did he beat it or did he go to jail? I think he went to jail, didn't he?
He went to jail, but he was innocent.
Innocent. There we go.
Look.
Yeah.
Eubanks Ben.
Eubank.
This is the
Yeah.
This is the big one. I personally think,
Yeah.
Eubanks Ben, the first fight when he knocked him out in the 6th round, Eubanks was getting beat in that fight.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But you know something? Yes, they're appreciating the old magazines, my friend. They're appreciating the old boxing nostalgia. They're appreciating it. But yo, check this out. Oh, Big George. Big George. I can see him from here. Big George. Yeah, with the
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to bother you.
No, not at all. But you know something? We're gonna move on from the Deontay Wilder thing. I think
I'll go now. I'll go.
No, don't go. Stick around. Stick around. You got some technical. Okay. So So what we're saying now? We're saying that ultimately, it looks like some people are saying that Deontay Wilder's got a gag order on him. I don't know. I just think personally, he's laying low. I think he's brooding. I think he's upset, and I think you might have a point. You may have a point. He may come back with vengeance in his heart. And
I think that's what he's going to do. I think I had a dream last night. I was in bed and I was having a dream, and I was, I'm not trying to freak you out or anything, but
no.
I think he will come back with a bit of a vengeance. Yeah, to be fair.
Something. The fight needs that edge. So really and truly, I don't know why. I don't know the truth of Deontay Wilder's radio silence. I think his pride has been hurt big time, and I think you might have a point. You may have a point. He may come back with totally focused, with vengeance in his heart.
There you go.
The only question I have is can his motivation, even if it's extremely high, can that beat?
It can.
The superior can.
It can.
The technically superior boxer. That's the question that we're gonna have.
Are you telling me that Tyson Fury is a technically better boxer than Deontay Wilder?
I'm saying that Tyson.
I don't think he is, to be honest. I think he's a bully. He's a bully. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And he puts it on.
Yeah.
Deontay has been fighting since he was 14, 13 years old. He ain't no better. The history of Fury, he says he's a gypsy. He only started fighting when he was 16 years old. So when they say that, actually AJ, in terms of I'm just being objective here. AJ, who I do like, let's have a reality check on the world. I think a lot of people at the time that they try to control a narrative or live a particular lie about Fury. They're saying he's some sort of like legend who's been boxing all his life. No, he hasn't been boxing all his life. He lives in fucking Morecambe and he's only been boxing since he was 16. AJ was not dealing drugs on fucking. He weren't dealing drugs in. That's a load of bollocks, man.
Keep the language PG, please. Keep the language.
Sorry.
No
I think there's a lot of misconceptions about what actually the reality is, and I'm really sorry. I won't swear again, but I do think there's a lot of misconceptions about the reality and what life actually is. And I do think you want to listen to this.
Carry on.
When AJ rolls up with Fury, if you think this is a 70-40 fight or it's going to be a rollover, oh no, because that's not how history works. Fury is going to avoid that fight for many reasons. The reason he's going to avoid that fight is for the reason that Anthony Joshua has been boxing as long as him and he's been training. I don't even like Anthony Joshua. I think his skills are terrible. He's not to the level of
Fury.
No, not Fury. I do think he's to the level of. This is the difference.
Okay.
I do actually think Joshua's a better boxer than Fury.
Okay. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, this is very
So,
interesting.
who is Joshua not to the level of?
Nowhere near Lennox Lewis.
No. Of course not. But Lennox Lewis ain't around no more. So we're really looking at the guys who are here. And
AJ needs a challenge. Who's
going to be the challenge for AJ? Who's the challenge for AJ?
Fury's going to get knocked out in that fight.
Okay, well, hold your word right there. Hold your word right there, because we finished with the Deontay Wilder and we're moving over to the Anthony Joshua. And he's on the topic list. So let's get straight into the Joshua. Let's get straight into the Joshua section.
That's what I believe. That's what I believe.
Anthony Joshua offers insight.
That's not an easy.
What was that? What was that? What was that sound? What was that?
Oh, that was just me doing a wine. I got wine in here.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna share. Let me share this with you. Uno momento. Let's share this. Let's put this up on the screen. So where is it? Yeah, boom. So you should be seeing that on your screens now. Okay, so you switch sides now. Okay, so what's this?
Yeah, I agree with that.
So Anthony Joshua. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through the article, and then I'm gonna come back to you, Phil. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so Anthony Joshua claims he shouldn't be mentioned in Tyson Fury's era, as his rival is 6 years ahead. Okay,
yeah, so I agree with that.
Yeah, so Anthony Joshua says, so we just gone through that. There's Joshua with a Coley. Where are we?
Yeah. I don't rate a Coley, by the way.
Well, is bit stiff. He's not. I don't enjoy watching this. I don't watch his fights, if I'm honest. But anyway, that could change if he got more technically, a little bit more flowing. If he got some flow to him. But right now, it's a bit too stiff for my liking. Okay, but both men have other commitments first. Yet Joshua claims, should they both come through their respective fights, then all the belts will be on the line in their undisputed clash. Yet Joshua claims that he is 5 or 6 years behind Fury, despite what? It's 5 or 6 years in terms of fighting, boxing. 5 or 6 years.
He's playing games with him.
It might be. So in an interview with GQ, heavyweight champion, unified heavyweight champion, Joshua said, being world champion with all those knockouts, you do feel kind of unstoppable. But realistically, in boxing terms, I'm way ahead of where I should be. I'm working at such a quick pace. I shouldn't even be in a position where I'm mentioned in Tyson Fury's era. He's 5 or 6 years ahead of me in terms of turning professional. What? He's 5 or 6 years ahead of me in terms of turning professional. In fact, when he was turning pro, I was just putting on my gloves for the first time. Okay, so there we have the stats. Tyson Fury, age 32. Anthony Joshua, 30. 31 fights for Fury, 24 for Joshua. 30 wins, 23 wins. 0 losses for Fury, 1 loss for Joshua. We got knockouts, 21 for Fury, 21 for Joshua. But it's a higher ratio for Joshua since he's had less fights. Okay, height, 6'9" for Fury, 6'6" for Joshua. 19 and a half stone for Fury, 17 stone for Joshua. WBC Ring Magazine titles for Fury, WBA, WBO, IBF, IBO for Joshua. Orthodox and Orthodox. Nickname, the Gypsy King and AJ. Okay, so who do you think will win out of AJ and Fury, Phil?
I personally think the nation is with AJ in terms of what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think Fury lives in this false world where he thinks it's like 1962. He tries to deflect from the fact that the world's changed and the country's changed. I'm a good example of that. Everyone's a good example of that. I think he's got a rude awakening coming to him. And I personally think that, yeah, man, if you want to say that you're this and you want to say that you're that and the other, fair play to you, bro. If you think you're gonna KO AJ, I got no issue with him being like that, but you're gonna have to take that fight. You've ducked that fight. Wilder was not a level of an AJ. You've ducked the own people in your own country. You got the balls to fight that guy. Stop being a pussy and fight him.
Okay, so let's just go to the end of this article. Despite AJ admitting he is some way behind Fury in terms of boxing experience, he's adamant he's not intimidated by the WBC king. The 30-year-old added, "Let's talk about him as a boxer. I don't find him intimidating."
Do you want my views on Fury as a boxer? I don't think he's necessarily a great boxer. I think he's if we're going to discuss AJ as well, AJ is not exactly the greatest. But listen, the AJ and Fury situation is completely different. AJ, I don't like Matchroom and I don't like Eddie Hearn. I don't like the way they're controlling AJ's career. I'd rather AJ went with Al Heyman, who would have gone to America.
Yeah.
Fury, in terms of his career, probably could have done better under Al Heyman as well.
Is it?
I do think, yeah. I think a lot of race comes into boxing at times, but we have to go back to the Don King times. And if you're a good fighter and you're going to knock people out, it don't matter what color you are, that guy's going to employ you, bro.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Money. Cash. Money makes the world go around. Money makes the world go around. But check this out. This is what AJ said. And I haven't seen him do anything in the ring where I think this guy is going to be a massive threat. So
yeah, I think it's true. I think that's true.
So let's just read this thing as a whole here. The 30-year-old added, "Let's talk about him as a boxer. I don't find him intimidating. And I haven't seen him do anything in the ring to where I think this guy is going to be a massive threat. He's talented and he's awkward. And that's often enough to get you quite far in life." But AJ says...
Is this AJ's version on Fury?
Yeah. This is AJ's take on Fury.
What fights has Fury had? He's had Chisora.
He's had Chisora and Christian Hammer. Klitschko.
Oh, come on, bro.
No, I'm saying
he was juicing in the Christian Hammer fight.
That's what I'm getting to. I'm saying he juiced in the Christian Hammer fight before he got to Klitschko. So that should technically be a no contest. The Klitschko fight should be a no contest.
We've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
And I said to you before that Klitschko win for the world title should be null and void.
It's a no contest in my book. It should be a no contest.
It's a no contest, mate. It's a no contest.
It's a no contest in my book. He should have been on a drug ban.
Well, the thing is, though, he ducked the rematch.
Yeah.
Because he said he wanted to drive into the wall of a fucking...
In a Ferrari. Watch your language.
Yep. I'll control myself. I'll control myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said he ducked that rematch because he's scared of getting beat.
Well, that is a lot. You're not alone in that thought. I mean, he didn't want nothing to do with the rematch. I think Klitschko was definitely be more prepared. Klitschko knew what he was up to.
Do you actually think the original fight? Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, carry on.
Do you actually think the original fight was a bit of a con job? It was. It was similar to Hay when when Hay with his toe lied. I don't think the Fury fight was convincing. Well,
it was trickery, isn't it? He used trickery. He used a little bit of trickery, a little bit of trickery. Let's just say trickery, and he out-tricked him. Klitschko also has to take the blame because Klitschko was looking for a conventional fight, and he wasn't getting a conventional fight. And Klitschko couldn't adapt, and he should have adapted.
No. But No. This is the misconception.
Yeah.
Klitschko had 26 defenses.
Mm.
2060. It doesn't matter if it's fighting Alandasaurus or James Tyson. It doesn't matter who was fighting.
Yeah.
He had 26 defenses. Fury's never turned up for one of his defenses.
Quite disgraceful.
It doesn't matter exactly. It doesn't matter who you beated. It doesn't matter how much you are as a big man. And you're going out there, I'm the Gypsy Warrior. I'm all this. All right. You're a great fighter. We all know that. We all know that you're a great fighter.
Mm.
But you don't enough. Take the AJ fight. He won't take that fight. And I'll tell you why he won't take the Anthony Joshua fight, because he's not 100% he'll fucking win it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So just easy with the language, PG20. Okay, so let me get through.
Sorry.
No problem. Let me get through some of these comments. Where are we? AJ by knockout.
I got AJ by knockout as well.
Yasa says Fury by unanimous decision or split decision.
No way. It won't last. It'll go within the first 6 rounds. That will.
Okay, so the British boxing brought the big time back to the heavyweight division. Yes, it's called Ringcraft. Yes, he's very crafty around the ring. There is no doubt about it. The Gypsy King is very crafty inside the ring. AJ is right. He is behind Fury and Wilder in terms of boxing experience, but AJ, he's ahead of all of them right now. If both fight now, 50-50 chance. But I'm going for AJ.
Don't underestimate AJ. Underestimate AJ.
I'm going for AJ to beat him. The first line in that I found it interesting. It says AJ is right behind Fury and Wilder in terms of boxing experience. That's interesting because even when you look at boxing experience, there are fewer fights, yes, but he's fought the higher caliber. So, it's like it's a question of, he's had less fights, but he's been fighting higher caliber.
Yeah.
The experience gulf that people think of may not actually be that much of a gulf.
They think he's a chump. He's not a chump.
Well, he's been fighting the better opponents. So, the experience, the difference in experience, I don't know. I think it's negligible. He's definitely been fighting higher caliber opponents than both Wilder and Fury.
Yeah, he has for years.
Yeah, that's what I think. So, boom. We've wrapped up the experience thing. The experience differential is not as great as some people may think. Okay, so
I don't agree with that.
Don't agree with what? Don't agree with what?
He's saying that the differential's not as great as people are saying, but it is. If you've been fight, yeah. I do think AJ's been fighting at. I think he's been fighting at a higher level, and I think Fury's just cashing in.
Interesting. Okay, so I want to take a little look at something. Where is that window? Oh, here it is. Why does it say something else? Okay, so where are we? Let me move that over a little bit, and let me share this with you. Stop sharing that and start sharing this. Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 baby.
There we go. We got it in check. Okay, so
what?
we're looking at.
No, I'm not going with that.
You're looking at Saul Canelo Alvarez. We're looking at Saul Canelo Alvarez.
No. He's not replacing Floyd.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, hold on. I'm just setting this thing up here, setting the table. Let me just set the table before we start to feast. Okay, so as you will know.
Oh man, this is ridiculous.
As you will know, Saul Canelo Alvarez is at loggerheads with the zone. Golden
They've
Boy.
been loggerheads for years, man.
Yeah, is it loggerheads with the Zone, Golden Boy, and the Zone? And where's the article? Where? Oh, let me go over to Twitter. That's where it was. Let me go over to Twitter. Let me go into my profile. What's going on there? Okay, I've just found another follower. So that's good.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Do you want more views on this?
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah, speak on your views while I look for this thing. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, my personal views. He got a 5-fight deal through the Zone for £365 million. You should shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah, what's your language?
Now, basically, he was 22 years old. He got taught boxing by Floyd Mayweather. He's an excellent fighter, Canelo. He's a brilliant fighter. One of the greatest that we've ever seen. He is a great fighter.
Yeah.
I always respect fighters because I used to fight myself, so I know what it's like to be punched in the face.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Canelo. There's no hatred for him.
Yeah.
But you know, you've made your money in that, bro. I'm a member of the MXBC in the UK, which is Mexican Boxing Community UK.
Okay.
My kids I'm not with my missus anymore, but they're half Mexican, half black, half white, whatever they are.
Yeah.
It's my children, you know.
Of course.
You know, I think Canelo's a good guy and he's done what he's done. He loves his mom and he fights. He's a beautiful man. But the thing is, there's nothing negative I can say about him, to be honest. He learned his boxing trade from Floyd. And let's be honest with you, I know there's all this negativity going on about today because Floyd, you do know Floyd's daughter got pregnant today by a rapper.
She got pregnant?
Oh yeah. There's been a fight in the Floyd house today. There's been arrests there, in the house. Oh yeah, in the last 2 hours. Go and check it on your internet.
Yeah, I'm checking it now.
Yeah. Go and check it. His daughter in that.
Yeah, I'm just going for Floyd Mayweather.
Let me just go for a wee.
Sure thing. Let's have a look at this Floyd Mayweather daughter.
Yeah. Just going up there, bro.
Next daughter.
Cause shit.
Floyd Mayweather daughter got pregnant today. Damn. Daughter pregnant. Hold on. Something's coming up here. Daughter, yay. Grandpa Floyd Mayweather reportedly pregnant with rapper is yay. Oh, let me share this shiznix with you. Uno momento. Let's have a look for this.
I'm back online, but she's good. Yeah. She's been causing shit for a long time. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah. She's been causing a lot of shit for a long time. The thing is, people think the Floyd is some sort of golden nugget. Is going to give you money. Like you had AB who turned up. You've had about 15 or 16 boxers. You had Jay DeLeon. You had fucking Tank who's turned up. There's been millions of them that turned up at that gym. Listen, Floyd was his own man. He never wanted the attention.
Yeah.
You had Roger, who was the Black Mamba. Now, do you know what the Black Mamba means?
The Mamba is a snake.
Is a snake. And that fucker will fucking bite you. Now Roger Mayweather's dead. That was his that was Floyd's uncle, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And listen, Floyd has come from the north of America down to the south. I personally think Floyd Mayweather is the most verified person on the planet. He's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man. He's done his best for his family. He didn't want to get punched in the face for a living. All Floyd has done in his entire life is tried to look after himself, and he doesn't even like his own father. He's a beautiful man. When people say Floyd Mayweather's this, that, and the other, you're either racist, which I'm not really. I don't look at race. They're either racist or jealous.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of jealousy in the world. A lot of jealousy in the world when people are doing better than you. You know, some people don't take.
But the thing is, though, it's disgusting with Floyd, though. It's disgusting. Let me just put this in here.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So,
can you still hear me on the Mayweather?
Yeah,
on the Mayweather.
of course.
On the Mayweather.
Of course, I can.
Can I tell you about Mayweather?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Well, I used to train in a gym. In a gym. You can still hear me. Which was the Joe Egan gym, Mike Tyson gym.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s in Birmingham, mates.
Yeah.
And I could have set up MTK back then.
Okay.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
In terms of setting things up, but his original name was Pretty Boy up till 1998, which was Floyd's name.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah. You're talking one of the most skilled boxers. He was from a place called Grand Rapids in Michigan.
That's right.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing. I'm not doing no Google. I know everything about Floyd's career, so I'm quite positive on that.
Yeah.
This guy, in terms of his amateur career, perfect. Had a few losses, didn't do great. Brilliant career. American champ. He done everything Floyd.
Yeah.
If you actually go back to Floyd's career in terms of his pro career, it was excellent as well. Lightweight champ. He was the saying that Lomachenko's are great. Not really. Floyd actually went through that to his 13th fight and then went on. Floyd went from his 13th fight to his 50th fight. Lomachenko only gone through his 3rd or 4th fight. What, to his 10th fight? It's not even an issue, man.
Yeah.
It's all about DNA, about strength. Floyd is a tactician of life, not boxing. Look, Floyd, I grew up around these cats in Birmingham and I used to box with them years ago. It's not necessarily about boxing. It's about your mentality in life. And Floyd, his whole mentality in life was just to enjoy himself. He's going to bang their people out. He'll turn up once a year or twice a year to punch them out.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Did you watch the Victor Ortiz fight? We tried to put the nut on him. That was disgusting, bro.
Yeah, I did see that. That was out of line.
Look, go to his career. I don't want to take over your channel.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's cool. But not right about now. We're switching over. Right about now, we had a nice little detour.
Sorry to Bobby.
No, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. We had a nice little detour when we talked about Floyd for a little bit.
Come on, bro. Floyd's the main man here on the boxing channel.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the Canelo Alvarez thing.
What are we gonna go with the Canelo, bro? What are we gonna go with?
We're going with the Canelo. We're going with the Canelo. Uno momento. Let me get into the chat. See what people are saying. Yes, AJ be fighting top opposition. Hold on a second. Let me bring that down. AJ's been fighting top opposition, but should never underestimate Fury. The con man, the crackhead, the ped user, as a boxer with great boxing IQ. If AJ can't knock Fury out in between 1 and 7, he's in trouble. According to Shahid Soleil. Interesting interesting points there. Floyd Senior, oh there. Yes, the Watcher up in the building.
Thanks, Shahid.
Up in the building. Let me drop the link in the chat just in case. Where are we? Floyd is a 36 chamber Grand Master. Damn. Welcome to the Wu-Tang. Okay, so did Floyd unify his division? Well, he picked and chose. Just like Canelo is following in his footsteps now, picking and choosing. Mexican beef, yum. Okay, so let's get into the Canelo thing. Okay, because as you may know, I'm sure a lot of people may know by now. As a lot of people may know by now that Canelo Alvarez, the Zone, Golden Boy are deadlocked over 35 million 2020 fight in doubt. Okay, so Canelo Alvarez usually fights on Cinco de Mayo weekend, and then again 4 months later when it's the Mexican Independence Day celebration. Not this year. Where are we? That's because Alvarez and Golden Boy Promotions are engaged in a heated dispute with the Zone regarding streaming services' refusal to pay Canelo the 35 million guaranteed in his contract.
Fuck him, man.
When it signed a 5-year deal with the Zone. When he signed a 5-year deal with the Zone in October 2018, Golden Boy promised to deliver at least 2 Canelo events annually, with one against a premier opponent deemed as such by the Zone at the Zone's sole discretion. And then it carries on and on and on, but I'll take it up from there. Where are we? Let me get back into this thing. Yeah, I'll take it up from there. So stop sharing that. Yeah, okay. So they're a deadlock. They're in a deadlock. The Zone don't want to pay Canelo 35 mil a fight. I think in 2018 or 2019, I think Canelo fought twice and earned $50 million. So that was worked out at 25 mil per fight. But this year it was supposed to be 35 million per fight. But
what about the fights here? What about all the Pakistanis, all the Bangladeshis, the Indians, the blacks?
Yeah.
Why don't we beat up and get some sort of fucking shit going here? We could take them fuckers out, man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Where are we? Let's get homeboy. Get homeboy out here, bro. You know, your language is just unacceptable. You know, I have to bear in mind and keep in consideration that the YouTube Jackboot Brigade, they're watching the Rafi. And so I told you multiple times to mind your language. You couldn't do it. And that's most unfortunate. Most unfortunate, old boy. So, you know, just bear that in mind. Just bear that in mind when you go on a show that for some shows, you got to just mind your language. Gave you multiple opportunities. You couldn't do it. So take care. Phil from Spain. Take care and goodbye, my dear fellow. Goodbye. Okay, so but at least he jumped on though. At least he jumped on. So, you know, thanks for that. But the mouth just can't deal with that. Can't deal with that foul mouth business over here. No. Okay, so they're locked. They're locked in. Loggerheads, the Zone, and Canelo. As we know, he's saying he's prepared to come down to that they wanted to take 17.5 million. He's prepared to come down to that's 50% less. He's prepared to go down to 30% less, but no more. But my question to you, the people in the chat, is how much does Canelo Alvarez move the needle over here? outside of the Americas? How much of of an attraction is he outside of the Americas? Because I have to be honest and tell you, I never hear anybody talking about Canelo out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear nobody talking about Canelo outside of, you know, the serious boxing fans. The casual fan or the casual person, the general public don't know nothing about Canelo over here in the UK. I don't know if the casual general public know anything about Canelo over here in Europe. Canelo is not a household name for anyone other than serious boxing fans. So how much of a needle mover outside of the Americas is Canelo? You know, that's the question. Where aren't we? It's got to be PG. You know, it's Rafi sounds like a Sosa. It's the second time you said that. You crazy guy. You crazy Susi Sosa. Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to hear that either. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want to hear that either. So where we are, yeah, absolutely fair play for jumping on, but you can't really be having that. The mad Sosa. Yeah. So how much of a needle mover is he outside of the USA? In the Americas is huge. Worldwide, he's huge. Didn't have an article up a second ago. Worldwide, he's huge. But I don't know. Obviously, the zone were paying him too much. They want to cut it down now. They want to cut it in half for certain fights. And you have to wonder, now they're trapped. They're at loggerheads. And you have to wonder. How much the zone really, how are they feeling about Canelo? Do they feel, I heard it on another station, I'll say it was TBV, I heard one guy say, do the zone have buyer's remorse? If they had to do it all over again, would they do it all over again with Canelo? And, you know, I have my doubts. Has Canelo served his purpose to the zone? It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. It's still big box office. What do you say? Anthony Joshua, yeah. Saul Canelo, who has replaced Floyd Mayweather as boxing's box office sensation and the net worth to rival Conor McGregor. Yeah, but do the zone have buyer's remorse with Canelo? You know, I think he's locked in. I don't think they can lose him. I think he's locked in, but to cut the man's money by 50%, are they saying that he was severely overpaid? Well, if he was overpaid, I think they knew they were overpaying him. But do the zone have a buyer's remorse? Even though Canelo is worldwide, it seems the number one attraction. So it appears when it comes to sales, PPV sales, and money generated. But that's mainly from the Americas. But do the zone have buyer's remorse? Is that why they're playing so hard? They've said you got to come down 50%. He's saying I'll come down 30%. They're not interested. It's got to be 50%. So it appears. Do the zone have a buyer's remorse? Really makes you wonder. Appear to be playing hardball. They ain't messing around. Okay, let me get into the chat. Where are we? Let's have a look at this. All right, seeing fight Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders. Well, the word around the campfire is that, they're looking at the Billy Joe. They're looking at Billy Joe. It seems like the Billy Joe is the preferred option. So they're looking at the Billy Joe. But even then, it seems like they're not in a rush. That'll be for 17. That'll be 17.5. That'll be for the 17.5 million. Even if it's a Billy Joe, even if it's a Callum Smith, there ain't no budget. Nobody cares about Canelo Alvarez outside of the Americas. I really don't think they do. You don't hear him up in casual chats. Nobody mentions him. Billy Joe was offered the fight. He said he didn't have enough time to prepare, but now if he's preparing, when it was the COVID era, preparing in the COVID era is tricky and all that shiznix. He's been offered the fight a couple of times. The first time, I think he turned it down. The money wasn't right. And that was pre-pandemic. Yeah, the offer. Oh, you're talking about the offer. Yeah. Well, I don't think the offer's going to be any better now. It was somewhere around the 5 mil for Billy Joe. And he said, no, should be getting more than that. Should be getting close to the 10 mil. But he's getting the 5 mil. But I don't think the money's going to be any different now. Will Billy Joe take it? I think Callum Smith would be quicker to take an offer more than Billy Joe in the pandemic era. Canelo hustled down the zone. Well, you could say that. You could say that it got hustled. You could say the Golden Boy. You could say there may have been some kind of hustle. There may have been. Maybe the zone feel that way, or maybe the zone were happy to pay the 25 mil initially. But it seems as if it's going up. When was it? In 2018 or 2019, he got 50 mil for 2 fights. That's 25 mil a piece. Yeah, I don't think he'd be going off Canelo percentages, though. He'd be getting something like closer to a flat fee. You're getting a flat 5 or 5.5. The Mexican market is massive in boxing, absolutamente. But worldwide, is Canelo a worldwide? Is he a household name? Is he a worldwide guy? I don't think he's a worldwide guy. I think that's based in the Americas. That's all that money is being derived from the Americas. But you will know that the zone are trying to branch out worldwide now. They're rolling out in Europe. Pre-pandemic, it would have been rolled out in Europe already, but the pandemic hit and that pushed everything back. Canelo Alvarez is a cherry pick. He likes to pick and choose. He was going to fight that Yildirim guy. Thinking he was going to get a 35. And now they don't even want to give him a 25. They want to give him a 17.5. Yeah, that's the one thing about the UFC. The best fight, the best, most definitely. But then we have to look at the conditions, the situation. It's like a monopoly over there. You know, it's close to being a monopoly. There are other companies, but they are the big player in town. You know, they're the big casino. They're the big enchilada. They're the fat enchilada. With no real management, no promotional issues. They got the managers, but there's no promotional issues. You know, they all have the same promoter. Dana White. And the promoter is a large is a shareholder in the business. He's running the business on behalf of the people who own it. What are they called? Whatever they're called. Whatever group bought it out from the Fertitas, the casino guys. Where are we now? Mexicans are guaranteed for Canelo fights, but the zone want worldwide, and that means Canelo needs better opponents. Canelo needs better opponents and less money, according to the zone. No, that's what Billy Joe expected, but the offers were closer to 5 million. And that was pre-pandemic. So post-pandemic or during the pandemic, whatever post-pandemic, is definitely ain't going to budge up from 5. I'd be surprised if they go 5.5. It's affected everybody's pockets 100%. I wouldn't even get out of bed for 17.5, 17 pounds, 50 pence. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, James. OMG. The big shows are unable to happen. Fans don't want Hearn's backyard boxing for too long. That's where it's got to be for now. That's where it's got to be for now. Who said that? Did I say that? Oops, that was a mispronunciation. Please pardon my mispronunciation. Well, you know, Billy Joe's a joker guy, so I'm sure he'd appreciate the humor or the mispronunciation. I'm sure he would. So, is Canelo Alvarez really that needle mover worldwide? You know, I think not. I think those sales are based from the Americas, from the Mexican market, primarily and particularly. And I really think worldwide, no, really not. And damn, I almost forgot. Y'all must have forgot. I really think one of the reasons for Canelo, let me just scroll through a few more of these pictures. I think one of the reasons for Canelo, if you look at his facial expression, I'm not saying he should have a different facial expression. I'm just saying, look at the facial expression on these pictures. What's that? Levi Roots, what's going on? Is that the end of that? Okay. Look at the facial expression. I'm leading to something here. Okay. Can you see that? All right. Okay, he's focused. He's determined. He's serious. Determined, focused, as he should be. There he looks happy at the right time. His leisure time is still focused and serious. Focused as he should be. And there is a smile at the right time. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've always found Canelo Alvarez. I've always found him to be lacking in charisma. I just don't see the charisma. You know, charisma. What is charisma? Let's have a look at the definition of charisma. Charisma. There it is. Let's have a look at it. Okay, let's stop sharing that for a second. Let's have a look for charisma, because we're talking about appeal. We're talking about appeal to the common person, just the everyday person. Let's have a look at charisma. And to get that appeal, you need a little bit. It helps if you got a little bit of charisma. Charisma can take you over the line. So let's look at the word charisma. Okay. Compelling attractiveness or charm that can inspire devotion in others. He has tremendous charisma, stage presence, a divinely conferred power or talent. What is a charismatic person? Being charismatic involves communicating dynamically with passion and enthusiasm whilst displaying positive body language. It involves thinking positively, having optimism and self-confidence, and also being persuasive and building the respect and trust of others. Well, for a start, I mean, I'm sure he's charismatic to a lot of Mexicans, but anyone outside of non-Spanish speaking people, he ain't communicating. You don't hear him communicating. Do you even know what the sound of his voice? So as far as communicating to anyone outside of the Spanish speaking community, that's nada, nil, done, zero. Communicating with passion and enthusiasm. He never seems enthusiastic. He seems dour. He's always struck me as dour. Whilst displaying positive body language, I don't know about that. It involves thinking positive. We don't know how he thinks, although obviously he's a winner, so I presume he thinks positively. Having optimism, we don't see no optimism. We don't see anything from him. Self-confidence, I'm sure he has that. Being persuasive, we've never heard him speak. We don't know if he's persuasive or not. We don't know nothing about the cat. We've been watching the guy for years and don't know nothing about him. Respect and trust of others. Well, I'm sure he has the respect and trust of whoever he needs to have the respect and trust of. But charisma is lacking. Zero charisma. That's what I found from my experience. That's how I perceive him. I perceive him to have zero charisma. It just ain't charismatic. He don't draw you in. He don't make you interested in his story. I know nothing about the guy outside of the ring. He ain't appealing. And I wonder if this factors in to his trouble and strife with the zone. I wonder. Full of Mexican beef. Gingers are unoppressed people. Okay. Yes. Wilder isn't the face of boxing. Wilder is the ass of boxing. You got it backwards. You got it backwards, Don ZB. Wilder ain't the face of the business. He's the face of boxing. He's the ass of boxing. As far as worldwide goes, it's Canelo's number one, and Joshua in sales is number two. Deontay Wilder, he ain't in it. If he wasn't fighting Wilder, most people still wouldn't have heard of him. I mean, Fury. If he wasn't fighting Fury, I mean, they used each other and they built up each other's profiles. But I think Deontay Wilder was the bigger beneficiary because that got his name to pop. But let's face facts. Most people never heard of Wilder until he put AJ's name in his mouth. Before he put AJ's name in his mouth, he was just that skinny guy from Alabama. Went around screaming, "Bomb Squad!" You know, he's just a twerker. Was he twerking even back then? He's got some funny moves back then. But, yeah. So Wilder was an unknown guy before he put AJ's name in his mouth. Unknown guy. But then screaming AJ's name left, right, and center, that built his profile. And then when Fury decided to bless him, that raised his profile again. And now he's making a little bit of change. Now he's making some decent change. But you had to put AJ's name in his mouth before he could really eat properly. You know what I'm saying? So he just, and what's he going to do now? Where does he go now? Where does he go from here? You know he's going to get his ass whooped again, more likely than not. So where does he go from here? Charisma is what carries wrestlers to the top of WWF. It's a major draw against regardless of ability in some case. 100%. Wilder is not the face of boxing. He is the ass. He's the ass of boxing. OMG. If you're listening to this, Wilder, don't take it seriously. You know, we're just doing it for the banter. We have a thing over here in the UK called the banter. You know, you call it ball busting. Well, yeah, we're just doing it for the banter. You're welcome over here anytime, Deontay. You know, link is in the chat somewhere. Where are we? Where are we? Charisma got McGregor the Mayweather fight. Yeah. Does McGregor have charisma? Yeah, he's got charisma. There's no doubt about it. He had more charisma before than he does now because he's made an ass of himself too many times now. But he still does have charisma, and I agree with your statement 100%. I don't think I've even heard the guy talk. He talk like this. You know, I like to do this. I like to do that. You know, I like to do this. I like to do that. Yeah, Phil, I see you in the background, mate. But not tonight, my friend. You're a bit too drunk. Too many faux pas. Too many swear words. Can't do that. But I appreciate you coming back in backstage. But so thank you. But, you know, I appreciate that you love your drink. And that's all good. But obviously, when you come on live over here anyway, you got to keep it PG-13. You know, the odd swear word, that's fine. But it can't be just a stream of stuff. You know, like I said over here, I tried to keep the language family friendly so you can listen to it, have it playing on your TV, your big screen TV, and you don't have to have the mute in your hand. You know, you're not going to upset your granny or, you know, or your kid, your little young daughter. You know, nobody should be offended by obscenities. You can say what you want to say, yes, but I don't encourage obscenities. You know what I'm saying? I had to keep the obscenities to a minimum. Okay, so he was charismatic when he said he was born ready. I was born ready. I never even heard him say that. I heard him speak. I don't think I've heard him speak. Wilder is the face of twerking. Canelo was learning English, then Floyd beat the English. The UK numbers don't count. Everything is cheap over there. Everything is cheap. I don't know. Everything is cheap. I don't know. Cheap. I don't know about that. You're talking about boxing related stuff. The PPVs that we're talking about, the PPVs are reasonably priced, far cheaper than in the US. Well, you get ripped off. You get raw dogged over there with your PPV prices. Utterly ridiculous. Why does it need to be that high? It's one of a blatant ripoff over there. Okay, what am I seeing here? I still get bothered that Mayweather left the boxing world, making everyone casual to it think that you have to have no losses on your record. Well, I don't know. People kind of around with that. But real people know that losses, you know, if you have a fighter who goes through his whole career without a loss, then something ain't right. If you have a, you know, it don't say, to me, it's not a marker of quality going through a career with no losses. It's not a marker of quality to me because every guy that I liked got beat. I don't think I've got a favorite fighter that was unbeaten, you know? So everybody I liked got beat. Floyd Mayweather, was I an avid fan? No, I was a respecter of his ability. And I watched certain fights, but it was never a case of, Floyd's fighting, so I got to watch it. No, it was never that with me. I respect his ability. I respect his craftsmanship, but I never found him to be must-watch TV. Nada. But I hear what you're saying. And yes, some people go by that. But like I said, some people don't hold that in such high regard. In such high regard. Absolutely not. And Canelo doesn't have any numbers without Floyd. Nah, Canelo's the biggest seller now. Canelo's the biggest seller now. Anthony Joshua is behind him. Where are we? Where are we? The UK is where it is at right now. They have all the belts. Snap my ass off. How is it cheap? Oh gosh. I feel that everybody wants PlayStation stats. Yeah. Don ZB, Wilder is clearly the face of your channel. I keep telling you, he ain't the face of nothing. He's the ass. He's the ass. And don't make me have to pull up the twerking video again. Don't make me have to do that to the people. Where are we? UK Boxing Lights. We're coming up to the end of the show, folks. It's been a nice, solid 101 hour, 40 minutes so far. Coming to the end of the show. Keep it nice and crisp. Where are we? UK Boxing Light. The heavyweight division. Lit the heavyweight division. Yeah, lit and light. Lit and light. Light and lit. Wilder was fighting taxi drivers. Yes, he was. Uber drivers. Somebody picked him up to take him to fight and said, yeah, jump in, man. We got a robe. We got some gloves for you. We got everything for you, man. What size shoes? We got some boots for you. That's no problem. No problem. We take care of you over here. Bomb Squad. What is this? The Great Rise and Fall. This is boxing. They don't get the banter. Parliamentary procedure, please. I need one of those hammers to tap on the wood. What is this right here? Canelo is rubbish. Just a Mexican celebrity. Mayweather destroyed him easy. Somebody don't like Canelo. I wish he was cheap in the UK. I wish he was cheap. Man is got to be kidding. It's talking about Don ZB. You got to be kidding. Ricky Hatton has charisma. 20,000 fans to the States. Amazing. Yeah. Did he have charisma? I don't think I would call what Ricky Hatton had charisma. He had something different, although it might be charisma. What did he have? How would I describe what Ricky Hatton had? Ricky Hatton, to me, what he represented to me was just a working class guy. No bells and whistles, just a basic, simple pie and mash guy, a steak and kidney pie guy, chip butty guy. He was like, yeah, he had a charm. Yeah, definitely not charisma. I didn't see no charisma out of Ricky Hatton. He had a charm. The charm of the simple man made good. So Ricky Hatton didn't have charisma to me. He had a charm. Yeah, so different people have different things. What I say about Ricky Hatton, to me, he had a charm, a simple charm. The charm of a simple man who made it. Yeah, against the odds. That's what he had to me. Ricky was bleak, blue collar, much respected. The exactamundo. No, don't go nowhere. I'll get off work. Yeah, too late. Too late. You know what I'm saying? My battery power is going low. I feel it. I feel my battery power going low. You can probably catch me about 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Maybe. Where are we? Pull up the video of him wearing the firefighter's gear that weighs 40 pounds. Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Bomb Squad. You know, we like to have fun over here. Where are we? 1 hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, that's enough. Ricky mixed with the fans and media. Not charisma to me. He had a charm. More so than charisma. I guess everybody's got something that's appealing that draws them to a particular fighter. To me, Ricky was not charismatic, but he was charming in his simple man way. Just a simple man. Yeah, it's like a Rocky Balboa. Yeah. Oh my gosh. OMG. Okay. I think we've done it. We've chopped it up. We kept it nice and tight. Tried to keep it polite. Phil. Well, Phil just being Phil. Okay, so I hope everybody who's in here has smashed the like button. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to press the share button. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Twitter. Link in the description box. It's been another one. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Is charm part of charisma? Charm part of charisma? Is charm part of charisma? Someone can be charismatic without being charming. So Adolf Hitler was charismatic. Well, did you find him charming? Probably not, but he was still charismatic. So charm is charm part of charisma. It may or may not be. And charisma, much like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. That is my statement on that. Wilder is dramatic. He always get people talking. Well, since he had Anthony Joshua's name in his mouth, he gets people talking. Before that, he was just that skinny guy from Alabama. Yes. Talking about living in a country's head. Talking about living in a... Oh, you're talking about Wilder. No, the reason why Wilder gets brought up is because it's just irritating the way he perpetually has ducked the best opponents. That's why he stays on our minds, because we want to see him, how he fares. We saw how he fared against a top opponent, and his legs gave out. He was like a man on stilts, and his stilts broke. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Wilder is over, soon to be an afterthought, I'm afraid. Hey, he just ain't good. He never fought the top opponents, and that is a problem. Okay, so there you go. We chopped it up, multiple topics. Can't ask for more than that. And see you again. Check out the videos. Don't forget to check the videos, not just the live shows. And there's nothing other than to say other than it's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And don't forget about the live shows. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. What else is there left to say? It's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, and I'm out.